This is Kenneth, Thespian Boxing. Let's speak boxing. A lot of stuff's going on in the boxing world. There's too much stuff going back and forth. As far as Pacquiao, Timothy Bradley, Marquez, Cotto, what's in store for Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is just, he keeps changing the dates. He keeps going back and forth. Bob Arum saying, you know what, he's going to fight November 10th, and now it's getting pushed back to December 1st, and now it might get back to November. Why we keep going back and forth? Why? Because Pacquiao is supposed to run for election. He has May 2013 elections, and he's required to file candidacy from October 1st to the 5th. So that's why he pushed it back. He just didn't want to interrupt his training. And around that time, October 1st and 5th, he's going to be in California. He's going to be training and whatnot. And that would require him to leave to the Philippines, which is a 24-hour trip there, 24-hour trip back. I'm not sure if you guys ever took that trip, but that jet lag is a bitch, you know. Your body's just not constructed that way, you know. All that cabin pressure, you're going to be physically, mentally drained. It's just not 24 hours there, 24 hours back. It takes a day or two to recover, and that's just that's why he's pushing it back. But reporters are saying that they decided to possibly move it back because they're not requiring him to physically be there. So I think he can do it electronically or whatnot. So they might go ahead and push it back again to the original date and November 10th. Now I'm also hearing about Ricky Hatton. You know, Ricky Hatton making his comeback. He's back. He's back on the right track of life, and you know what? He fixes fixes life up, and he's on the right path. A lot of people were saying that you know, when he fought Manny Pacquiao, his training camp wasn't that good. He had too much stuff going on in his life and his lifestyle, and you know that was just an excuse. You know, so they feeling that he has a possibility of a big chance now since he's right on the right track and he's been training and whatnot to avenge the loss that he had against Manny Pacquiao. Man, when I read that, that's completely BS. I think that's a big excuse. I think it'll be a big mistake. Regardless, I understand. Congratulations, Ricky. It's good that you're on the right track of life and the path of life, but it's going to be the same outcome. You know, you're definitely not in the same league with Manny Pacquiao. Now, as far as Bradley, I feel sorry for Bradley. Bradley's playing that waiting game. And I just think it's shit. He played a waiting game when he fought Manny Pacquiao. As far as Manny Pacquiao wanted to watch the game, guess what? He's having him wait again. As far as, and he really doesn't know if he's going to be next in line against Manny Pacquiao. He really doesn't know if it's going to be Marquez, or you don't know if Manny Pacquiao is going to fight Cotto. But he's just sitting there waiting. The champ is waiting. He pulled the big upset win against Manny Pacquiao. He's the champ. You know, he's sitting there just waiting with. Has no say in anything, you know. So say for instance the Manny Pacquiao fight doesn't happen. Manny Pacquiao goes ahead and takes on Marquez for it. I honestly think, I know Cotto's not going to come down in weight. He's at 154. He's probably going to move up in weight. But say for instance Cotto decides to go down to fight Timothy Bradley. I think that'd be a good fight. I think that I think Cotto should go down in weight and beat the shit out of Timothy Bradley. That'd be cool. What about Garcia? Garcia, you know. Timothy Bradley was ducking and dodging. A lot of speculation as far as he was ducking and dodging Amir Khan. Amir Khan just got knocked out with Danny Garcia. That'd be a good fight as well. You know, Danny Garcia can move up a weight class and take on Timothy Bradley. I wouldn't mind seeing that whatsoever. I wouldn't mind seeing Timothy Bradley fighting, you know, Andre Berto. I know Andre Berto tested positive for steroids, but I honestly think that Timothy Bradley and Andre Berto, I know Berto lost to Victor Ortiz, but I honestly think his head was a little too big. He took Victor Ortiz lightly, and I think he still had that fight, but he fought sloppy. He made a mistake and he paid for it. Made a lot of mistakes in that fight, and he definitely paid for it. I think Andre Berto still has a lot of potential. He's a hell of a fighter. He was like one of my top 10 picks. I think Andre Berto would definitely, if they let him back in the commission, pose a big threat against Timothy Bradley. I honestly think Berto will beat Timothy Bradley. I honestly think Andre Berto will beat Danny Garcia. I honestly think Andre Berto will beat the shit out of a lot of fighters. It's just he's really not big, huge setback as far as his, the whole entire steroids thing. But it's just frustrating. I know there's some big fights happening September 15th in the boxing world, but I'm really, really zoned in and really want to see what's going on with this Manny Pacquiao, with this Mayweather. They're possibly saying that Mayweather might go ahead and fight Pacquiao in December. That fight could possibly happen. I don't think that fight's going to happen. Absolutely no way. I don't think Mayweather's that fight is going to happen. Bob Arum even said it. Bob Arum says that's completely out the picture. But I know there's a lot of speculations for that. But anyways, guys, if Pacquiao decides to take on Marquez, if Pacquiao decides to take on Cotto, who do you guys think Bradley should move on to? I'd like to see some of your feedback. This is Kenneth, SBN Boxing. Subscribe, friend request. Have a